Hello everyone, I'm Paul McElwire Grimes. The legendary Ian McKellen plays the kind of critic that every actor hates in the aptly titled new film, The Critic. It's in theaters and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. It's London, 1934, at a time when going to the theater was a grand affair where you dressed up to the nines for a really formal evening out. The local drama critic is feared and reviled, as Ian McKellen's character Jimmy Erskine details in this opening narration. He goes on to state that only the greats are remembered. The critic has the potential to make or break an actor's career. Jimmy has had a long career at the Daily Chronicle, but the paper's going through some major changes. He's been warned as his reviews are too brutal, too highfalutin, and don't speak to the reader. His words cut deep, insulting leading lady Nina Land, who's played by Gemma Arterton. She publicly confronts him over his insults and nastiness, which leads to this kind of unusual partnership between them. Jimmy is later fired after being arrested due to public indecency, and if you don't know, that is code for being gay. Jimmy and Nina get entwined in his, messy attempt at blackmail and revenge for how he's now being treated by the public and the paper. The film also stars Mark Strong as the paper's new editor and Leslie Manville as Nina's mother. The Critic has been adapted by playwright Patrick Marber from the 2015 novel Curtain Call by Anthony Quinn. Now, Marber is a gifted writer, but seems to have taken some strong liberties to the plot from the novel for how he's now shaped this film. The role of criticism in the arts has certainly evolved since the time that this film takes place, and there are different outlets and voices now to make your opinions known. I think the film certainly questions how much power we should be giving to a critic and to examine what may or may not be acceptable in today's approach to critique. Ian McKellen's character takes plenty of jabs at Nina's outward appearance as part of his views on the play and her performance. I think the critic works best when it's examining the psychology behind why and how a critic operates and the need for approval for the actress. We see the critic floundering to keep a sense of power and need to be taken seriously, while the actress wants that approval and also the need to be taken seriously. Both struggle in their careers and identities. The problem is that the psychology behind all of this doesn't make for the strongest outward conflict. So I think Marber attempts to then go for the more dramatic approach by adding in this plot twist of blackmail, murder, and suicide. It's almost as if the critic wants to kind of finally be at the center of his own review. It's the hard turn for the compelling character study that really started the film. It becomes too artificial and not overly compelling in the second half of the film. Ian McKellen has had decades-long career on stage and on film, so he's certainly no stranger at channeling the kind of person that Jimmy is internally and how that manifests out in his reviews and his revenge plot. It's a juicy, diabolical role that he's clearly having fun with. But even the rest of the cast is then left trying to match him, but can't. Even the great Leslie Manville is given nothing to work with here in her limited screen time. A rich performance from Ian McKellen can't save the critic from just taking the easier, more scandalous way out, instead of truly examining the role of a critic and the tug and pull in their relationship with the actor or the theater. I'm giving The Critic 2.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have some other movie reviews, some celebrity interviews, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment on social media at Paul's Movie Trip or on YouTube. What are some of your favorite Ian McKellen performances? Of course, you know him best as Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, Magneto from X-Men. He also was Oscar nominated for Gods and Monsters. I've seen him on stage in King Lear. He's such a phenomenal actor. And go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of The Critic. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.